Morning, everyone. How are you? I got Rick cracking jokes behind me here. I am Nancy O, Cooking with Nancy O, and this is my husband, Rick, the jokester today.
Morning.
We have a really easy recipe for you, and we're pretty excited about it. I'm dying to taste it. I was not raised around squash and things like that, so it's been a joy to be learning how to cook with squash and pumpkins, and I'm just really thrilled about this. We went out to the towers this weekend, and oh my gosh, we hit payday with all of the squashes that were ready to be harvested. And so today is all about spaghetti squash. These are all the ones minus the big one we pre-cooked, all the spaghetti squash we harvested this weekend. And then we had a plethora of other squashes going on, pumpkins and our acorn squash is not even ready yet. So it's really exciting stuff going on here, and I'm really happy about it. The tower gardens are starting to slow down. We've been pulling things off. We did do another round of seedlings because there is enough growing time to get some greens going. So we're hoping that we can get our seedlings are almost ready to go in, and we're going to stick them in the upper parts of the towers because our tomatoes will go to October. So we're going to throw in some more eggplant and some more, what else we got? Basil, we got some celery, things like that. Our celery really maxed out, and kale. Yeah. Kale is such a great one to have. So while our other vegetables are continuing through the season, we're going to add some fresh seedlings and how much more we can get into our freezer for the winter, and we will be set to go. And remember, those extra greens can go in your smoothie every morning. And we have a great protein mix for that if you're interested in our protein mix. So we are really going to be filling our freezers, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get going on our squash here. These are all the squashes that we pulled this weekend. Now I am going to move this aside because we're going to show you how to cut one. Go ahead and grab that baby. Grab the baby.
Okay.
Rick is grabbing the baby squash. And he is going to show you, it's very easy to cut it open. And we're going...
It's not that easy.
Oh, it's not that easy?
They're hard.
Oh, see, that's why I have Rick, because he can get that leverage. I'm real short and I can't get that leverage. It is very solid. I was not raised on anything but pumpkin pie when it came to squash. Guys, I love pumpkin pie. I love everything pumpkin, but I've learned to make savory things. Now I'm teaching my palate to be available for other things. Now you can see they're full of, oh, here's a spoon. They're full of seeds and just stringy material. You're going to scoop that out. And Rick's going to set that aside because he wants to cook the seeds. The seeds are very good for you. So he's setting that aside. And basically, this is all there is to opening it. What's going to happen here is we have a pan on the stove back there. We just, well, okay, we always use cooking stones. You can use a cookie sheet with parchment. So we're going to turn it upside down on there, and we're going to stick it in I believe it's a 375, yeah. 375 degree oven. And it's going to take about 45 minutes to cook that. So we're going to throw that in the oven, let it start cooking, and then we are going to continue with the recipe because we have some already made. So look at how beautiful that is.
No, I'm going to cheat.
You're going to cheat? He's taking the pruners here to cut off that raw edge. Oh, I know what I want to tell you. The best way to tell if a squash is ready, first of all, the stem needs to be pretty much the green gone, and then you push tell me how to do that, Rick. I let Rick do this. Yeah. He said something about pushing his fingernail into it.
Yeah. So this is the way we put it up to cook it. You just spray the pan, spray your sheet, and then poke it with the fork. When the fork can go through the skin.
How did you know it was ripe on the vine, though? That's
when it was ripe, they said check the stem. And the vine that's grown on, if it starts getting brown, it's real close. And then you can do a little finger check on there. If you puncture the skin, then it's too soft and it's not ready to go. Those are pretty warm.
Okay, so sturdy. Here's the best thing. These, if you leave the stems on them, and you put them in a cool place and they will keep for 4 to 6 months. Guys, this is fantastic because you can make all kinds of fun things with spaghetti squash. Now, I don't know if I've ever eaten it before, have we? Maybe one other time, and I don't remember what it tastes like.
Yeah.
So we picked a recipe and modified it a little bit. And what we're doing is Rick's going to shred the inside. These are baked ones already. He's going to shred the inside of this, and it's going to be just with a fork. It's already baked. It takes about 45 minutes of baking. And if you poke your fork through it while it's baking, and if the fork can pierce it, you'll know it's done. And see how it just looks like spaghetti coming out of there? And excuse me, when you do this, you're going to save your shell. But what we're going to do is we're going to mix some tomato sauce with it. Now, while he's doing that, where'd my spoon go? There, he borrowed my spoon, but he's giving it back with a seed, guys. I don't think we want a seed in our stuff. So, okay, so this is our spaghetti sauce, and we made this over the weekend. It has peppers in it. It has carrots in it, onions, tomatoes, all kinds of goodies. It's not a thick sauce, but we love this because it's so chock full of good vegetables. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
Okay, so he has the bowl of shredded here, and then we are going to add the sauce, like a spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, add as much as you want or as little as you want.
More? You did the first one, so a little more?
A little more.
Okay. I think I'm going to add it all, just because. All right, so.
Easier to clean up the dish.
It is easier to clean up the dish. I'm actually going to use the fork to stir. Did you find that better?
Yes.
So, oh yeah, that's much better. You can distribute the sauce so much easier. So what you do now is you take this. This might be enough for one of the shells or maybe two. You never know how much you're going to get out. So we're going to fill this shell. And then we're going to, let me separate that. We're going to top this with we have provolone on hand. Mozzarella was what was called in the recipe. I think mozzarella is a great choice. Here in St. Louis, we have this thing with provolone, so I always have it in my freezer. So I'm going to fill this shell up. Look at that, Rick.
Doesn't it look good?
I know. What a great way to have like pretend noodles.
All veggies.
All veggies. Oh, yeah. There you go. Look at how delicious that looks. Now, we're going to take this and we're going to add some cheese on top. And you know, guys, this is a whole thing where you do what you want to do. This is your spaghetti squash, your dinner, your lunch, however you want.
Side dish.
With
a protein.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine if you had a piece of baked fish with this, how healthy this would be?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what I have here, Rick didn't add it to this one. He just did plain. I'm putting pizza seasoning on it. Now, you could do oregano. You do basil, Italian seasoning, fresh garlic. I mean, the possibilities here are endless, guys. Look at this. Oh, I'm going to stop before I put too much. Now, this is going to go in the oven for another 7 to 10 minutes. Also, remember, it depends on the size of your spaghetti squash. So we're going to, I spilled cheese on the side, didn't I? Okay, that's going in the oven. Now over here, Rick has decided to keep this, and you can see the seeds are in there, and he wants to pick the seeds out and bake them like pumpkin seeds, which are very good for you. Now, the other thing I did not share with you is the fact that squash is full of beta-carotene, which is a great antioxidant, which is great to help with your skin cell damage. You don't want skin cell damage. You want to prevent the cancer. It's also a great source of vitamin C, which is great for your eyes and for your teeth. I mean, it's endless. I did not grow up eating this stuff. I'm amazed by what I can grow, and I am amazed at the flavors that I'm able to eat now as a grown adult that I'm really enjoying. Okay, let's get this mess off of here and pull that over. Since we have one, we don't have to wait for the oven to get done. Are you dying to taste
I'm
this?
ready.
I know, it looks like pizza in a shell.
Yep.
Okay, go for it, buddy. Here we go, the big test. Right. It sort of looks like spaghetti in a bowl.
It's really good.
Really good. You like that? So this is a
Yeah.
slam dunk. This is good.
This is real good.
Okay.
We'll do this a lot.
Well, we have a lot of squash over there to do it with.
Yep.
And what a great treat to have. Something that tastes like spaghetti, but it's totally good for you. Or pizza.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had done oregano on there, or how about basil and fresh garlic?
Ooh, that'd be good.
That'd be really good. Oh my gosh.
Our father remembered to put the seasoning
He's
on
got
top.
to see, this one has no seasoning and he liked it. Could you imagine if we had clips of basil on there and how delicious that would be? Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. So I have to tell you what's going on the tower right now. So at Christmas time, our daughters gave us a bunch of seeds. And my one daughter, our youngest daughter, went crazy buying us pepper seeds. We have more peppers growing on the tower than we know what to do with, but they're all interesting peppers. So we're going to find something to do with peaches and our peppers that are on the tower. And there are so many different ideas running through my head with salsa and pepper jellies and things like that, that we're going to definitely do something with peaches and peppers next week. So if you are interested in what to do with some peppers, that's where we're headed next week, because we know those will be ready to go. So we didn't get to do anything with tomatoes this week because our tomatoes were way too ripe as the week went on and we had to get them canned. And that was our tomato sauce we used that we made over the weekend. And we also made some salsa. So it was a good weekend for cooking for us around here. And we have also started our winter sourdough breads. So sourdough is another thing that is really good for your gut health. And we'll probably get into that a little bit, even though it's not something you grow in the tower.
Yeah.
But we can incorporate things that grow in the tower into the bread. So
And the
yes.
sauce, the recipe we did, what was that? Quite 6 months ago or so, or a year ago, did we?
I think it was last fall we did our
Last
sauce
fall.
recipe. So it is on our channel here. But if somebody wants our spaghetti sauce recipe, let us know. Maybe we will get some more tomatoes and we can squeeze in a spaghetti sauce recipe or a tomato sauce recipe. It is so delicious. So what do you think, Rick? Slam dunk here?
I was going to keep eating, but I felt I needed to stop.
Oh, he hasn't even let me have a bite yet. So, okay, moving forward. If you're curious about peppers and peaches, tune in next week. If you're curious about tower gardens, give us a holler. And if you're really interested in our protein mix, which is a fabulous protein mix and all food grade, it is a fantastic protein mix. Give us a holler for that. We are here to help you, and we just love helping others. So until next week, you guys have a safe holiday. Or not a holiday, safe weekend.
Yeah.
We have fantastic weather this week, and then it gets blazing hot next week. So,
Which is okay.
Oh yeah, I like hot weather. I don't know why, but I do. So anyway, until next week, you guys stay safe and take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
Okay, really good.
Yeah. And then Heidi's got all that okra growing on her tower.
Oh, this tastes just like spaghetti.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
Should have remembered to put that sauce on there.
This is really good. Mmm.
And the sauce came out sweeter this time. I
Oh,
think it was with the sweet peppers that we pulled off the tower when we made the sauce.